secret, that's basically the gist of it, is think about your reality as it is, even if it is not that. See it that way. Fake it till you make it.
Law of attraction.
Right. Well, the law of attraction is one of those things that they throw out there as a catchphrase. Well, what is that?
How do you really apply it?
Sure.
And that's the thing. People don't know how to apply it. They get the secret because it's been on Oprah, and it's like...
Watch it, I'll be a millionaire. I went to the weekend with guy Donald Trump, and I am now a millionaire.
It doesn't work that way.
No?
No, it doesn't work that way.
I paid $69. I bought it from a scalper.
People need to realize it's not this magic wand. Your wish is my command, because it sounds so out there.
And yet it is, though, really. If you, what I tell my children is to work toward a goal, to see it the way you imagine yourself driving a car. You're on the highway and you see yourself down the road. You're not looking right in front of the wheels at the ground. That would really be uncomfortable, and you would not see where you're going. So you have to picture your life down the road somewhat. Have a written 6-month, 1-year, 3-year, 5-year goal. And the things, your short-term goals, keep them in your pocket. Take them out every once in a while with your keys and look at them and see them. And don't write it down as a don't. See it as a willingness. I will myself to be this way. I see myself that way. And it's also a generality. Like people who want to lose weight don't say I want to lose 15 pounds. I see myself at an ideal image, and it's that kind of perspective.
However, the universe rewards action.
Oh.
You can see yourself that way, and at the end result of what your ideal weight looks like. But you need to do the doing part of it in order to have the having part of it.
Why? Come on!
I'm here to wave my magic wand. I'm genie in a bottle.
I pray every day. I pray night and day to every icon I can think of. Come on!
And that's the thing with the secrets, when people, it's just an overlook of what you can't achieve, right? When you put it out there with your thoughts and feelings.
And I need to create habits that are like that. And I need to, at the beginning, I need to practice, just like
well, that's it.
learning.
Things don't change. If things don't change, you keep doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same result over and over and over again.
If I always think as I've always thought, I'll always get as I've always got.
Exactly. So when people say, well, how do you apply this? Elizabeth, as a coach, as a mentor, what do you do? Well, you got to take, first it starts at the state of mind. Do you see it? Can you see it? Can you feel it? To achieve that.
You must have them do a personal inventory so that they recognize really what their values are.
Exactly. It's where they're at in their subconscious mind. They might not even be aware of things that they're going through that's stopping them, that is actually sabotaging them to get there.
Oh, now correct me here if I'm wrong. I really think that everybody has it within them, the knowledge, the ability, the drive, the ambition, the will to be who they are. And it's the ignorance of that awareness.
I agree with it, but we're born like that. Like we're born, our birthright is to have it all. We're both born so innocent and so pure, and then we're just so educated out of it through our own education system. Will educate us out of what we want to create for ourselves and for others. And then what happens is fear starts kicking in, and people don't think they're enough because they've been brought up that they're not enough. And it's that whole reprogramming on a subconscious level that people, if they choose to do that for themselves, will get themselves out of the way from fear into doing, into faith, knowing that without a mustard seed of doubt, it's a done deal. I just have to do the doing part and allow the universe to do the universe part in that whole equation. You don't need to know the how. You just need to do the doing in order to have the having. Who cares about the how? That's how simple it is. People go, well, what is it? You go within, you visualize, you affirm, and you're grateful. And in that whole equation, you still have to do the doing part, the action part. Even Anthony Rollins talks about it. Everyone talks about it.
I have my 6-year-old son, I think he must have been 3 when I first talked about meditation and talking about time out as really a good thing. And I talked him through the rainbow meditation with his eyes closed, and taught him that he could find the place between his eyes, just a little bit above his eyes in the middle of his forehead, where he would imagine with his eyes closed a screen, like a television screen, with a neon light around the screen. And I would talk him through this, and I would just, as I'm talking now, in a very gentle voice, and I would say, okay, at Christmas time, Santa's bringing you toys. Can you see Santa? He's got a bag full of toys. Do you see those toys coming out of the bag? Now tell me what Santa's got. And he would say, oh, I see Santa's got this. And that helped me find Christmas toys. Because it was, and this was just one of our examples.
Well, that's the whole creating process.
Right, well,
right?
but for him, he's 6, and he called himself an inventor at 3. At 11 months, he could say, I want that. And if any alien comes to Earth, that's the first phrase they need, is I want that. And my young 11-month-old alien basically told me in a very clear voice that he was an intelligent being.
Wow.
And of course, to me,
that's amazing.
That's where I find my source.
That was the knowingness he felt at that particular time.
Yeah, well, and the meditation part of it is really just me helping him structure what he already knows.
Exactly. Well, it's that whole imagination and letting your mind just imagine.
Right, and that's what I'm seeking to learn, so that I can teach in a way that children will hear it, because the one thing that I find, if children had the ability to keep that which they already have, as that's that inner child we all of us grown-ups yearn to have and take out and play. Halloween is just one day out of the year that we get to do it. We love to be children at Christmas and at Easter with the children, and really we're all big kids.
Oh, absolutely, and that's another point that I wanted to share with you is when you go on this journey and you continue to grow. People are always looking for outside, external things to complete that void that they're feeling. And when you get to a point that you're really, truly whole and complete within yourself, you go back full circle again. You go back to that little girl or that little boy inside of you, wanting to nurture it or play with it or bring it out, because you're whole and complete within yourself, and you totally do love yourself. And I didn't understand in my own journey what people were saying until I got to my own point where I feel very complete within myself and at peace.